Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is extremely exciting for me, mainly because it is the end of an era. I am finally getting around to finishing my Minecraft flowers. Rusty's here and I have one little project left to do. Hello! Hello! As you can see, I've already got the light on, all the doors and windows are closed because it is absolutely just storming. The weather is terrible, which is why I decided to do this today, because it feels like, you know, what other time is the best time. I might have a little bit of a problem colour matching my flowers, like the green shades, because the light is different than what I'm used to, but it's fine. I don't even care anymore. I'm just really excited to be getting this done. Hopefully in one day. Don't know how we go about this, but if you've seen my other two parts, I did the orange tulip last, and then the one before was one of the blue flowers. Can't remember what it's called, but I'll put the links in the description, or you'll probably see them on the sidebar if you go into my crafts and hobbies playlist. Those videos are in there, so go and check those out before you watch this one so that everything makes a little bit more sense. But this is the wildflowers. Now I only had like a handful of blocks left, if you can't tell, and it wasn't enough to make one big flower, so I decided to do the wildflowers as like little scattered pieces. I'm going to do the big one yellow and the little two white, and I realized literally right now as I sat down to do this that I don't have a black like acrylic paint because I use these ones. So I dug around in my drawers and I found this teeny tiny little pot of black paint that I was going to use for models, and I'm just hoping that it's going to work because I do have to make like an off-white / grey colour for the white flowers. I'm sure it'll be fine. I've never used it though before, so we'll see how we go. Other than that, I think I'm keen to just jump in. Maybe, yeah, let's get going. I'm a mess, by the way. I should probably go and redo my hair, but it's one of those days where like I've just washed my hair. It won't part correctly. I went to the gym this morning and it's just not playing ball. So yes, I look like an egg and a little bit of a mess. We're not going to talk about it. I've been out and about in the rain, okay? So the weather is bullying me. I'm going to start like I normally do by painting all of these white. I think I've decided to do 2 coats of white on these to get most of the details gone, but obviously for these two here, they're gonna be white, so we'll see how many coats that takes to actually get there. Now, if you guys have seen one of my other recent videos about going no buy again, that does include craft products. Actually, they're one of the biggest categories because I'm chronic for buying too many craft products. So it does unfortunately mean that I don't have any varnish for this project. I did think about going to get some. I even went to the shop to look for it and they didn't have any. So I took that as kind of a sign of the universe saying, girl, don't break your no buy rule this early. So for now, I might not have any varnish for this. I do have like a terrain glue that I'm thinking I could water down and like paint on. So I might try that and see how it goes, or I might just leave these bare for a little bit until I get like a varnish, because I've decided that it's going to be okay for me to go and buy a varnish as long as I can use up some of my art supplies first. So sort of like a one in, one out, but I'm making myself finish the projects that I can finish. So last night I did like a little Lego display that I've been meaning to put together. I finally did that. Used up a couple of tubes of super glue that I had lying around, and all of those pieces are like all put together in one place, so there's already a lot less mess. But I'm going to paint this, and I've got another project that I need to paint, so I'm going to get those done and then I might go and buy the varnish that I want, and then I can varnish both of them at the same time. I don't know. I know it's breaking rules that I've set for myself, but I also just don't like leaving my projects unfinished, you know? One of the whole points is to get my projects done, but I feel like it's not done unless it's varnished. I'm going to have a look at that terrain glue though, because someone from my work that does a lot of like model stuff told me that she uses PVA, or like, you know, wood glue, builder's glue, Elmer's glue, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and she just waters it down and then paints it on. So I think my all-terrain glue is pretty much the same thing as Elmer's glue, let's be real. So I might try that and just see if it works. Alright, so I have my little board of flowers. They're all white now. I did start painting this little one, like an extra coat of white, but I've decided well, not decided, I looked at the frickin' reference that I'm going off, and this one's actually yellow as well, so this one doesn't have to be perfect, which is great because it is proving very difficult. Because it's so humid here, they're taking a very, very, very long time to dry. Now, I know every time I make one of these I say, hopefully this is going to be a one-day sort of thing, and it never is, but this one really is going to take a few days. Like, I've got what I think is my final white coat on the front and side of this one. I just need to do this back again, but this paint is so thick because it is white, and I'm trying to make it, like, you know, opaque. Like, I can still see through that, and I don't really want to do it grey. I want it to be white, or maybe like a lighter yellow, ideally white. We're gonna see how this dries and I'll do the other side, but if I can't get it like 100%, you can't see anything through it, I might have to make it like a really light yellow or something like that just to cover this up. But that's this one. Otherwise, I'm gonna start on the green because there's actually only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of green, and I'm pretty sure they're all like the same color. There's very minimal shade mixing, so I'm gonna try and get that done tonight. And then we'll just see how we go. Like I said, it's taking a really, really long time to dry. Like, I'm talking hours, and I've got the fan going. Like, it's a thing. It's literally just because it's so humid, because it is tropical storming right now. But luckily I am just watching like a true crime video on my phone and just kind of vibing, just getting it done. This one, it looks way better on camera than it is in real life. I shouldn't have told you that. I should have just let you guys think it was really good. Hello, welcome back. It is day 2. I have just gotten home from work and I'm going to try and get at least some of this done. I don't have a whole lot of time. Again, the weather is still crap, the lighting's still crap, but I do have a semi-update, and it's that this flower is technically done. I decided to do it grey instead of white because the white just looked weird and it was so horribly streaky. I couldn't get it like completely opaque, so I was worried about that. It did prove me right. This is still wet, so I'm hoping it's going to dry a little bit lighter. We'll see how I feel about it. I think putting white over the grey might make it look a little bit better if I have to, but I'd prefer not. The greens are done on all of the flowers. I just need to do a couple little touch-up spots, which I do pretty much every time anyway, but technically this flower is finished. I'm going to go on to this one next because it's little, and I did make a bit of a whoopsie on the back, which I now need to figure out how to colour in yellow. So this little flower is just straight one colour yellow, and then this is our big boy that's probably going to take me a lot longer. So I don't think I'll get that done today, but you know what? Couple hours work here and there. This is how we get through these projects. So I'm going to knuckle on with this one, see if I can find a shade of yellow that I actually like. Wish me luck. I'm really excited to be done with these, to be honest, because as much as I think the end products are so cute, it's not until I sit down to do them that I remember every single time like how much of a freaking pain they are to do. So let's get on this little one. Maybe we can at least get this one done today, and then it might take me a couple of days to work through this just because I am working and I don't have any days off at the moment. So yay me. Okay, so everything else is pretty well done at this point. I'm just waiting for paint to dry, but I've decided I hate the grey, and I think I'm gonna hate the white too. I do have a colour here, this orange. that I accidentally mixed and it's not the right shade. So if this doesn't work, I might end up painting it orange, but I really want it to be as accurate as possible, so I'm gonna go in with white and just pray that it covers this in like 2 coats. Anything more than 2 coats and I think I'm screwed, to be honest. Hello and welcome to day 3. It is my day off work, which is why I do not have eyebrows on today and I don't want to hear about it. I am finished, apart from sealing them. And I'm gonna try and do it with this. It is Terrain Glue PVA adhesive. I have used it once and it's actually really good. And someone that I know said that if I water it down, it should make a really good like glossy sealant. So I've got like the littlest bit of water and it still feels like it's going to be too much, but I'm just going to dump some of this in. My cats are fighting. Good morning. There it is. Slow going. But I'm going to dump some of it in and I'm going to try it on probably just the small one. Oh, this could take some time. I don't know how much water to use. I don't know how much glue to use. I really am just winging it. And this is a very slow process already. Oh, man. It feels like it's too watery, but I also can't get any more glue to dissolve in the water. So I'm going to mix it for a few more minutes and just see if anything else happens. This doesn't seem right at all. I'm going to try again. Luckily, here's another container I prepared earlier. Let's start with glue this time. That seems really thick. Oh no, what have I done? I have not fucked it. Thank you.
Doesn't sound that way.
I'm not confident, but I don't think it's fucked. Okay, it's not even dry, and I can tell you that I don't recommend doing this. I think I was 100% led astray by the person who gave me this advice. And at first I thought, maybe I've just done it wrong, maybe I've got the wrong glue, and don't get me wrong, it's a possibility, but it's like, it's not gone on as a layer, it's all separated and pulled into little stripes. So these little stripes are going to be glossy and the rest of it's not even going to be covered at all. And then when I decided that I would rather it not be coated than look like that, I tried to wipe some of it off and it's actually eaten away at the paint underneath it, so it's basically ruined. I'm so annoyed. And because it's glue, anything that's like flying through the air with the fan is getting stuck to it, so now there's like cat hair all stuck to it that I can't get out. It's not really that big a deal, but it is very, very frustrating. So I put so much work into getting these colors right, and now because the paint and the glue are kind of moving around a little bit, they're looking a bit more patchy than I wanted them to. I think when it dries down, you're not even going to be able to see it, so it'll be okay, but you can see like the cat hair all stuck to it. Okay, I've thought about it and I've regrouped. I'm not doing either of the other two with this stupid glue method. This one is about 99% dry, and I was right, it's just got like tiny little streaks of shiny. I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to mount them on the wall for now, and then when I can get my hands on some spray, gloss, varnish, whatever, that's when I will do them. I don't think they're going to get damaged in the meantime, given that they're just hanging on a wall, and I think it's going to be better than having it look patchy or risk getting more like cat hair and things stuck in it, because that was really frustrating to me. So I've got my little command strips that I use to stick them on. I'm going to pop them on the wall, and I'm also going to put up a couple of like little finishing touches, and then we should be done. And I will be very, very happy for these to be done because I love how they look, and I really hope you guys are going to like them too. But also I feel like every time I do these, they have me just absolutely crashing out. And I'm a bit done with that, to be honest. I think I've discussed in another video relatively recently that I am going to be exiting like these craft videos off of my channel, and that's purely because I want to move into more focused hobby stuff like with my books and video games, because those are my two biggest ones. I do love to craft and I am still going to do it, so you might see one here and there, but but they're definitely not going to be as frequent, which is fine, you know. It is what it is. I'm excited to be moving into bigger things, and I'm really hoping that you guys are going to like the new content. If you don't, I mean, please let me know, because I can always bring this sort of stuff back, but I'm looking forward to doing something that is a bit more immediately up my alley. 2025 was very much about exploring my hobbies and trying new things, which is why I was doing a lot of crafts and a lot of different crafts, but I definitely know what I like and what I don't like, and I want to focus on those a lot in 2026. Like I said, you'll still see one kind of here and there, but definitely not like a lot of series or a lot of different stuff or anything like that. So I hope that's okay. I am going to go and stick these on the wall, and I'll show you guys the finished result, I guess. That's exciting to say, because I've been waiting for this to be done for a really long time. Okay, it's all done and it's up, and I'm going to show you, but I just want to take a minute to have a bit of a memorial for the craft board that we've used for this whole series and many other projects. It is unfortunately going in the bin after today. It is absolutely covered in paint and hot glue, and it's like peeling off of itself, so just wanted to take a second, have a little moment, thank the board for all of its work before I go and throw it in the bin. Anyway, this is the end product, and I am actually very happy with it. I think for someone who doesn't know what they're doing with this kind of thing, it's turned out really cute. But you're gonna have to use your imagination a little bit, okay? You guys ready? Here we go. Look at how cute! I'm so happy with them. I kept a couple of the bee blocks separate so that they can be like buzzing around. And here is my little project from this weekend. This is backwards. I stuck it around the wrong way, but that's because the other side was a little bit janky. So we're just gonna go with that. I think as a whole, they look so cute, especially the further away you are. No, I love it. And then imagine if this wall was painted like Minecraft blocks as well, but like dirt, grass, sky. Maybe I'll do that in my next house when I hang these up. I don't know. But this is it. I'm so pleased. Look at the bees. They're so cute, man. Yeah, this is the end. I'm kind of sad. I'm not really. I think I'm just a little bit proud of how these turned out, and I think I'm allowed to be. They look pretty good in my opinion. Okay, they're cute. They're not like master artworks or anything, but I really like them. Well, once again, thank you guys for joining me for another video on my channel. If you guys have made it this far, and if you've seen all 3 videos in this series, I absolutely do appreciate you so much. Please make sure you leave a like if you like the video, a comment down below to let me know which one of the flowers was your favorite maybe. That'd be nice. I know what one's my favorite. I think it's the blue one. Mark's coughing. Did you guys hear that? Maybe I should go check on him. Anyway, if you want more of my content, make sure you subscribe. I post a new video every single Sunday at 7 AM Brisbane time. So I will see you then. Bye.